everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Julie. I am the knitwear designer behind Twin Stitches Designs. Today we are November 10th and it's just about 10 a.m. I'm drinking my second cup of coffee. This is in my Starbucks Canada mug, which is super cute and I love it. I hope that you guys are well wherever you are in the world. And as always, I really appreciate you guys checking out my podcast. If you like it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button because this year I'm going to be doing Vlogmas. Last year, 2 years ago, I did it on Instagram, kind of like just in my stories. Last year, I did a few days, and then this year I'm planning on it again, hopefully better and a lot of fun. I'm just really excited. So I hope you guys are excited for that as well. Vlogmas is just for the month of December. You kind of vlog, take videos of clips and things that you're up to and what you're doing around the holiday season and just bringing you along of our everyday life. So that is really what vlogs are. And Vlogmas is something where podcasters and people can kind of just do a fun month-long vlog. Some people do it from December 1st to December 25th. Other people go through the entire month. I'm not sure yet what we're gonna do, but I will definitely be bringing you along for the journey. So I hope you guys are really excited about that. I just also want to say a humongous thank you if you're checking out the podcast for the first time. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy. I always try to bring you guys as much fun and knitting content as possible. I always try to make my space fun, energetic, as well as positive. We don't like any negativity in here, okay? So if you have any negative opinions or, whatever, you can keep those to yourself. This is a fun space where we chat about knitting and bring us together. I just absolutely love that. So welcome, and I hope you enjoy. Grab your beverage of choice in knitting, and let's dive right into what I've been working on. It's not been 2 weeks since my last podcast. Since the last podcast, had cast on a brand new pair of little mittens. If you are part of my Patreon group, you will have seen that vlog where or that might be the one that I made public, I'm not sure. I cast on a brand new pair of mittens for Claire. Last year I designed my family scrappy mittens. I will put a photo here. It is a super fun pattern where you knit with Brava Minis, and the reason I don't have them is the girls are at pre-K right now and they currently have both of their mittens, which makes me super happy. And Claire she's been wanting a pair. So I whipped up a little tiny pair of these in about 2 days. I will try and get a project page up on Ravelry so you can click on that as well. But it is one of my patterns that you can find on Ravelry, Lovecraft, as well as on the KnitPicks website. I will link everything down below. So I really enjoyed that. These little tiny mittens knit up in no time. I've also graded the pattern from toddler to adult large. So these are a great stash buster project as well as gift knitting for the holidays. So if you are thinking about knitting some mittens, definitely grab that pattern. You can knit it for everybody in your family or around you. So it is a great, great pattern. As well, it's designed to use 3 different colors, but you can use 1 or 10 different colors if you want. For me, I just kind of use the little tiny KnitPicks Brava Minis, which is 100% acrylic yarn. Also amazing for gift knitting because it is easy care. They can put it in the washer, the dryer, and you don't have to worry about it. As well for mittens for kids, they're gonna go get that snow and dirt and everything on that. So I just want to be able to put those into the washer and not stress about it. So yeah, so I finished those since the last podcast. It wasn't even cast on. I hadn't even thought about it. But as the cooler weather was hitting, she didn't have a pair of mittens. I felt horrible. So I cast them on immediately, got them done within 2 days, and she had them, which made me so happy. And she was so excited to have a pair of mittens of her own. So they each have a pair of mittens, and now I'm going to have to make me an Eric pair as well. Don't know if I'll be using that pattern or I'll be making up another pattern. Don't know yet, but we will see. I think that that was my only finished object since the last podcast. I have been working a lot on the projects that I shared. I also have a brand new cast on. Get readjusted here. I did want to mention right now that I will be having, there's a few little admin things. So I will be co-hosting a brand new knit along with my friend Whitney of Moonglow Yarns. I will link her shop down below. She is releasing 2 fun sock sets, and we are co-hosting the Cozy Treat for Your Feet knit along. This is going to be from December 1st all the way to January 31st, and you are casting on something to make your feet as cozy and warm as possible. I also decided for this to put up some of my patterns on sale. So from now until November 31st in Ravelry only, all the patterns that I'm going to show are 20% off using Cozy Treat 20. I also sent out a newsletter with all of this information. So if you were on my newsletter, you would have gotten that email. So the first up is probably is one of my best sellers that you guys have loved, and I released 3 years ago maybe, is my winter, I call them winter trees, but they are cold winter night socks. Whitney also has a beautiful sock set, which is a green, there's going to be a red mini, like a bluish green mini, like it is stunning. If I can, I'll put Whitney's photos as well here. This one, I am so excited, and I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I am working on a heavier weight version of kind of this sock for December. I love this pattern so much. You don't have to do the color work again at the foot if you are not interested, but you are more than welcome. It is a ribbing all the way down, fun color work. I just love them so much. This pattern comes top down with a heel flap and gusset. I will be revamping the pattern to include different instructions. This is only for fingering weight. I'm working on another full different pattern for a worsted weight. So keep an eye out for that one. But I just love this one, and I have been dying to knit up another sample, and Whitney's yarn is just going to be perfect for that, so I'm going to be whipping up another sample with her yarn, using some for contrast heels and toes, and just having some fun with it. So this is 20% off. The next one is Gingerbread Latte, which is another favorite from you guys and mine. I released this for the Coffee House Sock Club last year. It is available for individual purchase, and it is also 20% off. It is so beautiful, has these cables and textures and twisted stitches. It is just stunning. Again, this is knit top down. Also, I want to mention this was originally designed with Akara yarns in a sock set, her Evergreen. This was designed out of Lizzie Ann yarns. So this one is also 20% off. I've created a bundle in Ravelry. I will link that. And all of the patterns that are included in the sale are in there. So it's not all of my patterns. It's only my holiday ones. This one is also included. This is Waiting for Snowfall. And this one I designed out of Sweet Skein of Mine. This was last year in her Dashing Through the Snow. Really fun, like those snowflakes. I really love the motif with the fun faded toe. This was designed last year. The next one is my Jingle Jangle socks, which I've released 2 years ago now? 2 years? 2 or 3 years. This one is out of Akara Yarns, her Jingle Jangle sock sets. So a full-on colorwork socks, kind of that same-ish motif, fun colorwork, like all over. This is Jingle Jangle. I also put my Candy Mountain socks. This was also probably one of my best-selling patterns. I will be knitting up So Whitney has a brand new sock set, which is her winter gems, and I'm going to be knitting up my Candy Mountain socks. Now, if you have Advent socks and are wanting to knit up some Advent calendars, I would highly recommend Candy Mountain, or my Scrappy socks, which I just released. That one is also 20% off at the moment. So, I love Candy Mountain. This one was also designed out of Akara yarns. Me and Akara, like Rose, me and Akara, collaborated a lot on holiday yarns that I'm noticing. And the last one is also Rose of Akara yarns. This one is Santa's Crew. So these fun reindeers, the ribbing again, socks. This is in her, I want to say it was her Peppermint Mocha sock set. Those, including my Scrappy socks, are all 20% off using Cozy Treat 20 at checkout. So definitely stock up on those for the holiday season. I know a lot of people are doing some fun knit-alongs. Also in my Patreon group at the moment, we are having a holiday knit-along that is starting on the 12th, which is Friday. So definitely come and join in our knit-along as well. You have to be a member of the Patreon group. All tier levels are eligible? No. All tier levels have access to the test knits. Woo! All tier levels have access to the knit-alongs. We have a private Ravelry group where we chat and share I'm just gonna stop talking. Where we share projects and all of that fun. So definitely head on over to our Patreon group. The next project that I've been working on is my cowl that I'm doing for Sylvia. You have seen this multiple times. This is still in my Mrs. Cassiopeia K bag. I'm knitting this, and I've gotten the last podcast. I was midway through this section. I finished it, and I'm on to a new section. I am knitting this out of her Merino Sport Base on her Moonflower, which is the white, and her blue. I know it. I swear it's going to come to me in like a minute. And I am knitting these on a US 4 Knit Picks Prism Interchangeable Needle Set. Chicory! There we go. I knew I'd remember. So yes, really loving that. I'm knitting it from time to time. I think she's releasing this cowl on Black Friday. Definitely keep an eye out for that. I'm at least halfway done, which is really fun, and knitting that from time to time when I have the chance. And I can't knit it on too much with the girls because it's just, it's an all over color cowl. So it's given why I can't. The next pattern, the project that I'm working on, is my test knit cardigan, which I've done a ton of progress. On the last podcast, I had finished the body. I have since picked up for the sleeves. I've picked up for the sleeves. I'm working on one sleeve, but I also finished both of the button bands. That is completely done. I have this in my Jenna Rose tote, which is a size small, which is perfect for a sweater project. I love it. And let me show it to you. Ooh, every time I pull out the mohair, it's like fluff. I'm knitting this out of Knit Picks Stroll in Dove Heather and Knit Picks Aloft in Carbon. Since the last podcast, I have picked up for the button bands, and I finished. It's going to need a really good blocking. But the button bands, once you can see them, are done. I've also picked up for one sleeve, and I'm about 10 inches onto the sleeve, and I need to get to around 16, I think. So this was not picked up. And the button bands weren't done from the last podcast. So I will back it up a little bit so you can really see it. But I love this cardigan. So here's the button band, really nice. And like I mentioned, I picked up for the sleeve. I had in my stash a 12-inch circular needles out of Haya Sharps and on a US 6. These little tiny stitch stoppers are incredible. They are from Campfiber yarns. I really love it. So this is why I do this, because a little 12-inch, the stitches are going to fall off. This is in her medium size or regular, and they are absolutely perfect. Whenever I'm done around, I put these stitch stoppers and they stop my stitches from going anywhere. I'm hoping to finish this sleeve today and then get the second sleeve cast on. So by the next podcast, I will be wearing this. I think I'd said that on the last podcast. But I mean, this is a ton of work, plus the other projects. So I'm really happy with this. I was hoping to finish the sleeve sooner, but I did cast on that little pair of mittens that kind of took a day or two of work. But I'm really, really happy that this worked out great and I'm loving it. And it's barely using any yarn, which is incredible. I think that it's ridiculous. I think this is either my second or third ball of 50 grams of knit picks. And the Aloft, I do know that this is only my second one out of all of this. So extremely affordable. Knit Picks is also having their huge Black Friday sale going on at the moment. They have a ton of amazing bonus and things every day. I will link my affiliate link below if you would like to go and browse their shop. I really appreciate that. And yeah, they have so many. I'm planning on doing a fun video soon. I'm just waiting for another package that is going to be on yarns, a review on the yarns that I've never tried from Knit Picks before. So I ordered a bunch different stuff, which I'm so excited to go over and open up with you guys. For the sweater pattern, it is getting complicated where you have to stripe so many rows and alternate with the mohair and the stroll. And I'm also having to do, at the same time, measure out the decreases for the sleeve. So I want to share with you all what I do and how I keep track and how I read my knitting. For this sweater, I'm not going to give away the pattern. For an example, I will be striping, for an example, every 10 rows and decreasing every 12. So what I would do then, and I'm currently doing, is that I wrote out the sweater and I wrote out the rows. And I also wrote out if it's stroll or mohair and where I am decreasing. And as I finish a row, I just cross it off. And I know that once I finish the row, then I switch, then I decrease. So for the entire sleeve, I have everything written out. And I'm leaving this in my Jenna Rose bag. So as I pick up my sweater, I know exactly where I'm at. I know which row I'm at. And I know where I've decreased. Now, I want to make sure that the second sleeve is absolutely identical. So what I did for the first sleeve is I used just a pen to do my crosses. For the second sleeve, I will be using a highlighter. And then I'll be going over and keep the crosses so I'm not wasting more paper or pages. And I know that I have the exact same thing. I will be using a highlighter then to keep track. So maybe like a pink or a blue, something where I can really see. And then I can really keep track of where I am at. So this is an easy way if you're doing a pattern that has multiple items that you have to keep track of at the same time. Whenever you see that word at the same time in your knitting, automatically you should be like, all right, like put your knitting down and look through the pattern and really read through what it's asking you, what you really need, and to focus. So that's a really good, hopefully, tip and trick for you all with your knitting. I also wanted to mention something brand new that I've introduced in Patreon. I've had a few people comment that they are having trouble with different techniques and wish that they would have somebody one-on-one to help them with their knitting. sometimes YouTube videos don't really help and you have certain questions or wish that somebody could go over something with you. I've introduced a brand new tier in Patreon, which is the, I want to say, it is my special tier. It is the one-on-one. This is $35 US a month, and you will get 1 hour of Zoom time with me. We will coordinate our time zones together and have a full hour of where you can go through and ask as many questions as you would like. We could do something like going through a pattern together where I can give you tips and tricks on how to read a pattern. We could go through how to knit a sock. That would obviously, if you'd never knit a sock before, we'd have to have multiple sessions. But I just want to be able to help you guys more. This is a 1 hour where it's just me and you on Zoom private together. I know a lot of people do not have access to a local yarn shop, or with restrictions right now, it is very difficult. So this is giving you an option where you can, I would ask that you let me know ahead of time what you would want to work on so we can really use that full 1 hour to its fullest. So we would do it over Zoom and we would chat. We could, like I mentioned, we could go over through, I could help you be picking out a new sweater. We could go through sock designs. We could go through, if you're wanting to learn a technique, if you're don't know how to pick up a sleeve or don't know how to pick out your right size for a sweater. It could be anything that you guys are really needing help with, turning your heels, with attaching new yarns, with color work. All of this. So this is below, and it's just a way that I can help you, and spots are extremely limited. I only have 5 spots available for this. So if you are interested, definitely hop on it right away, and I will send you a message once you've joined saying hello, and let's coordinate a fun time together where we can really sit and focus our energy together. So yeah, so if you see any spots available, definitely hop on it if you are interested. And you can cancel at any time. So it's on a monthly basis, as always, Patreon is. And it's also, I also have it as a, if you want to purchase for a year, it's 10% off. All of that's down below. But I just wanted to put it out there because I know I do get a lot of messages from people needing help with knitting, and I just wish I could help you guys out more. So this is a way that helps me financially as a designer and as a mom, but also is helping you by giving you really what you need is somebody there and teaching you and helping you to knit. So on your journey. So I want to say a huge thank you in advance to anybody who joins that tier. It is incredible and is very, very helpful. So thank you. And like I mentioned, there's only 5 spots right now available. Somebody already snagged up a spot, so only 5 spots left, which I'm super excited about and can't wait to meet you guys and chat on Zoom and just have fun together. Okay. The next, which I think I have 2 more works in progress. The next one is a brand new cast on, and it's for my DK Weight sock cowl that I'm currently co-hosting with Laura of Campfiber Yarns. I originally thought that I was going to be knitting up her Sweet Succulents, but then she came out with some Christmas colorways, which are available in her shop. And I've shared this skein on the last podcast, but I've actually started knitting it up, and it is beautiful. I'm so excited. This is her stitch stoppers, so I decided to put this one in my bag. And I have a Jezebel bag, which is the cross arm, like you hold it on your arm, but I absolutely love folding it and having it as a little yarn tote bucket. For the DK Weight sock cowl, I decided to use the fingering weight that she sent me, and I'm holding it, oh, my computer again, my jeez, you love being silly, don't you? I'm holding the fingering weight double. This is creating the most beautiful sock. This is in her Merry Grinchmas colorway, which is a gray base with these pops of green. And Laura is sending me that green mini in the mail, so I hope it's going to arrive soon. I don't want to do too much work because I do want to use the mini as the heel. So I did a huge 2x2 cuff, and I'm just working on the leg right now. I love, love, love this. So she currently has this yarn in her shop, both on fingering and DK. So if you want some of this, grab some. She may have other bases. She always has it dyed to order. So if you are interested in more and maybe a sweater quantity, because this would be stunning as a sweater. I just love that it's like a Christmas color without being like too crazy Christmas. I do love some of those because you can wear it all year round. I mean, you can wear Christmas socks all year round. I'm not going to judge you, but I just absolutely love this colorway from her. So this is how far I've gotten. I'm kind of putting a hold on it to finish my sweater, then the socks, then finishing up everything. The next work in progress I actually have to go grab, so give me a second. The next thing I've been working on is a dishcloth. I am hosting a knit along, which I am god awful at, and I will fully take responsibility and admit that. A dishcloth year-long knit along. I've been awful. I apologize. But I'm back on it. I am knitting up a dishcloth. I did a few rows this week, and this one will be done by the next podcast. I need to really up my dishcloth knitting mojo. I am knitting just a dishcloth. This is Dandelion Patch, which don't look at the cake. That is just awful. And it is out of Knit Picks Dishie Multi, which is my favorite dishcloth yarn. I knit the pattern Grandma's Favorite Dishcloth by Vintage. I will link that pattern below. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. You'll notice Ravelry, you can't download the pattern, but below in the description they have a link to the website, which you can still go and visit. The only difference that I do with this one is that I do not do the yarn overs. I do a knit front and back so you don't get the holes on all of the sides. I'm knitting this on my fixed, are they fixed? Nope, my interchangeable needle set of Hiya Hiya Sharps on a US 8. So these are just from time to time. There's no pressure because there's no real deadline. It's just whenever I can get them done, but I would like to get back on my dishcloth knitting because I really do enjoy it. But right now I have too much going on. I just have too much on my plate, too many things. So that is why I'm trying to focus on certain projects, get them done, and get everything off my plate for December. I have this in my Tangle Stitch shop bag, which I really love, and it's a fun holiday print, which I got 2 years ago, I think. So that is everything that I've been working on. Like I mentioned, I'm trying to finish all of my works in progress by the end of November, which I do not know if I can do, but I want to finish as many as I possibly can. By the next podcast, I would absolutely love to finish the sweater, and I don't know if I'll finish the pair of socks. That would be a little much because the sweater is a lot of work. Those sleeves take a while with mohair and fingering weight, but I'm really enjoying the process. So I don't want to rush it too much. I just really enjoy it. And from time to time, I'm trying to knit on it a lot during the day. So next up is things that I've received in the mail. I received a few fun packages. The first one is from my friend Nicole, and I had purchased her Melted Snowman, which she has in her shop right now if you want to grab some, which is adorable, which is this white with orange for like the carrot and little things of black. Like it's like a grayish brownish black. It's beautiful for her, for his hat. I can't wait to see how this knits up. I just absolutely love it. So I always love her favorite base of mine is her soft sock, which is 80% virgin wool and 20% nylon, 437 yards. It is a self-striping yarn. Also from Nicole, I grabbed her Advents. I do not know if she still has this in her shop, and if she does, then you grab it ASAP. Because she will not have any more. Do not worry, I will not show if you bought her Advent. Her Advent, she is doing 4 full skeins of self-striping yarn, and it is beautiful. Each skein of these is beautifully wrapped. I mean, she outdid herself, and they are all numbered, so you know which one. This is for the 4 Sundays of Advent rather than buying a full Advent calendar. I think that this is an amazing option, and you really get full skeins of yarn. So I may have peaked. I'm awful. I'm god awful. Like the Stephen West Mystery knit along, The minute spoilers hit, I am on that page. So the minute that this arrives, you can bet you that I've opened this. They are stunning. And if she has them in your shop, like, there is one of them, day 2, is my favorite. And I'm debating winding it up and casting it on. Not showing you guys. Before, because I am obsessed with it. So, love this. And I cannot wait to get them cast on. The second package I received in the mail was from my friend Ellie of Artistic Lilly. She also came out with a fun Christmassy collection. I do know that she was having an update today, so definitely check out her shop. I will link her website down below. And she had 4 different colorways of her Christmas, but she sent me these 2, which Christmas at the Cabin sock set, like, needs to be cast on now. Look, like, come on. I can't even. Oh my God, right there. Yup. Isn't that just absolutely ridiculously stunning? Ellie, I mean, she's a sweet person and has incredible yarn. Love it so much. So this one is on her Gotta Have Socks fingering, which is 400 yards for the main, and then a 80-20, it is on her 80-20 base, and this one is 80 yards. Look, I'm going to be honest. Should I be casting on another pair of socks? Absolutely not. Is this going to be on my needles very, very soon? Yes, absolutely. I think this is going to be on my needles and Nicole's is going to be on my needles. Have to. I have to. I can't. So that was one sock set, and the other ones is Light Up Your Holidays. I mean, jeez. Ellie. She has this one, and I'm also obsessed with her sugar, her overbaked cookies. It took me everything not to grab that one as well, but I needed to keep some for you guys. For you guys to grab. I just absolutely love these. But this one, I am insanely obsessed with. I think this needs to be a fun pair of socks for Eric. I think he would absolutely love these colors. So thank you, Ellie. You all know how much I love Ellie's yarn, and these, amazing. Amazing. The next package that arrived was an order that I did from Marie Company. I love her yarn, okay? I'm just gonna put that out there. These were some of her Halloween colorways, so I'm just gonna double check. I do not think that she has any of, no, because I don't think Sarah would have any of these in her shop right now, so I apologize. These are some sock sets. This one is, I suggest we form a calming circle, which is inspired by Hocus Pocus. I'm pretty 100% sure. Which, by the way, you guys, I watched for the first time this year. I had not watched. Apparently my mom told me I've watched Hocus Pocus, but I do not remember a single thing about it. So I watched it this year for the first time, and then she came out with this, and I thought, that's like perfect. It's celebrating my first time watching Hocus Pocus with Hocus Pocus yarn. Right? Adorable. And then she came out with this one, Ghost Stories. That black. And the bright purple, orange. Sarah has such an eye for color. Like, I would have never thought of putting these colors together, and I find that Sarah just has a way with it that is amazing. Absolutely incredible and amazing. So I'm so happy that these arrived. They are both on her classic sock set, which is a 75-25, 463 yards per 100 grams. So, Really, really happy. And the last thing that arrived in the mail that I can't really share with you all, but in February, March, whenever it was. This is actually the first Advent I have ever bought for myself. This was the first purchase that I made. Shirley Bryan had a Advent. Do not worry, you're not going to see anything. And it came in this fun bag, and then each wrapped up. She had a Advent, which is 5 skeins of yarn, which is 5 sock sets. She is very well known for her deconstructive fade, which day 5 is going to be on Christmas Day, and it's supposed to be a special deconstructive fade set. So excited. Did I open up day 1 already? Absolutely, yes, I did. Is it amazing? Yes, yes, it is. I know I can't. I can't. When I get these things, I have to open them up. So I opened up day 1. Now I have to wait. See, they're not like Nicole's. Nicole had a bag and I could kind of like put the bag in again so I could like forget about it. And then when the day comes, I open it up and I act surprised like, oh my God, I totally forgot I had this. But these are paper bags, you guys. I cannot do that. I cannot do the same thing. Like, come on. And then she even has these like surprise gift. I don't know what this is. But yes, so this is her tag. So counting down 2021. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to open these up. This year I purchased a few Advents, and I'm just really excited about it because it's something that I had never done before. I've never had the budget, number one, to do the Advents because it was just absolutely out of my price range. And this year I decided to treat myself throughout the year so that it wasn't always all in a big chunk. I'm still waiting for Stephanie, the creative knitter. I ordered her 12 days. It's 50 grams with a bag. Rainbow and Sprinkles, she had like a Advent skein. The Wool Baron also had some 50-gram skeins of some air batches, but I ordered that. And I think that's it. I think that's it for the Advents. I did go a little crazy. Absolutely I did. And do I regret? No, I don't. I don't regret one bit. I am super excited about it. What I'm planning on for the month of December is really just to knit on a crap ton of socks. Like, I'm going to be knitting socks galore for the month of December. That's why I'm trying to finish all of my whips so I can focus on these beautiful, beautiful things. And Nicole's yarn, like that self-striping colorway that I told you about on day 2, might be on my needles before December 1st. I think the thing with the Advents is that you need to enjoy it. And I think that whatever brings you happiness and makes you smile, just do it. Like, it doesn't matter as long as you don't spoil it for other people. I just believe in trying to make the most out of things, trying to be positive. And you know what? If I want to open up every single Advent right now before the month of December, so what? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no... It doesn't matter. Who was it? I think it was Erin from Coast to Coast Yarn. She posted and she's like, I opened up my Advent a month early and it allowed me 2 days to knit each mini instead of only 1 day. And I thought, well, that's brilliant. Because then she had 2 months to enjoy her Advent. She had gotten one last year. I think it was from Woolberry. And that's what she said is, you know what? I opened it a month early. I think it's Erin, and I apologize if it's not. And that's what she did. She opened it up a month early whenever it arrived, and she was able to knit on it for 2 full months to really enjoy all of it rather than trying to cram it all in 1 month. And I'm like, you, my friend, are brilliant. And I may take a page out of your book and, you know, cast on that one from Nicole and maybe cast on another few things. We will see. But I'm just... I'm really enjoying it. So I think that that's the thing, is that you really just enjoy life at the moment. It's crazy and hectic, and why put rules and deadlines and things on yourself, as I put deadlines on myself to try and finish everything by November 30th. But anyways, that's all the knitting content. So if you're just here for that, thank you so much for checking out the podcast and my craziness here, and make sure you like and subscribe. And for all of you sticking around for my extra life updates, we have been still in lockdown. Our area is not going great at the moment. What they mean by lockdown is that the girls still go to pre-K. I did get questions on that. Yes, they do. They have to wear masks all the time, but we are not allowed to see anybody else that is not in our physical household. So I cannot go see my parents, his parents, and all of that, which makes it difficult. And right now schools are on strike. Nurses are on strike. I'm in New Brunswick, Canada. Liquor stores are going on strike. People are freaking out. So I believe that people should be treated fairly, and I believe that, you know what, everybody in our healthcare system, everybody dealing on the front lines of everything, full respect for all of you. And I know that a lot of knitters are nurses and things, and we appreciate you. I appreciate you, everything that you are doing. So please know that all of your hard work and amazingness is not going unnoticed. I know that people are tired, and it's heartbreaking to see people go through everything, and it's just, in my corner of the world, we support you. Absolutely. So it's just a little difficult time for that, but we are trying to bring the girls and do different types of things. We have been bringing them, oh my God, I put it on the vlog, I think. We go and bring them to see ducks, and I bring oats. So ducks, if you do not know, do not feed them bread. It makes them sick. But you can feed them, it's like dried corn, oats, and different types of things. So we brought like oatmeal, but not cooked. And we brought it for the girls, and there was like 40 to 50 ducks after us. They love it. We're trying to do walks every day outside, bringing them to a park, bringing them for little drives, just doing something to get out of the house every day, because it can get mundane. It can get, Groundhog's Day every day. So we're just trying to do something that makes the girls excited and fun. Today, I know it's a little dark and gray, so I may just do, I love doing in the living room, putting a bunch of blankets and pillows, and then making some popcorn at the house, and just having a fun movie on the ground with the girls. Doing fun things like that, I find, helps us and also helps me as a mom, which is going crazy right now. So if you guys are in the same boat, we are all in this together, and all of the crazy. So that's why I always try and bring positivity in my podcast and in my space, and always try to make anybody smile. I always get that from my reels and things that people say, thank you so much, this made me smile, or this made my day. And honestly, that makes my day, knowing that I can put a smile on someone else's face. All right. So enough of that sappy. I just want to say a humongous thank you to all of you for checking out the podcast all the way to the end if you made it here. And if you did, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and also check out on the next slide some of the new videos that I have for you guys. So as always, everybody, happy knitting, and until next time.